Sensei Beats.
All right. Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to Just Some Weebs episode 11. Today we'll be talking about Cowboy Bebop, TriGun, and Devilman Crybaby. Yes, it was a big week for Noel. He had all three of these series that he started and finished since last episode. So I'm going to give you the honors of choosing what you want to talk about first.
Let's talk about TriGun first, because I have
Okay.
some things to say about TriGun.
All right.
Man, that anime was the hardest one to get through, because it
Right.
was so many points in the anime that it was just so damn slow, and I'm just
Right.
I had to find something to do while watching the show because I fell asleep while watching it on multiple occasions, and it's just like the ending, in my opinion, was the best part of the whole anime.
For sure.
And I feel like Vash was not what I expected him to be at all. Like on the picture of the anime, you expect him to be some cool boss, but he's some lighthearted.
Right.
I don't want to say wimp because he's still badass at the same time.
Yeah.
But he's
Very humble.
Yeah, he's a simp too. So he was a simp before simps, man.
Right, he maybe created it. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe.
88. Yeah, no, I do. I've seen, like, before I watched TriGun, I always saw pictures of Vash everywhere and, like, little clips of TriGun. But, like, I expected him, like you said, to be so badass and hard and everything. And then as soon as you start the show, just his voice, it's, like, so light and cheerful all the time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially compared to other 90s anime like Cowboy Bebop, which we'll talk about later. It's just like everything I felt like was so dark and had an edge to it. Whereas TriGun, I mean, at the core, yeah, I guess the plot is kind of messed up and some shit goes down, but it's still pretty lighthearted, at least up until, like, honestly, episode probably 10 or 15. It's pretty light. And then it starts getting into, like, the true story or plot of it all.
Yeah. That's how I felt. I had the same thing as you guys, but when I first started watching Trigun, I saw Vash the Stampede, and I was assuming he would be this badass vigilante dude, and he's just the biggest dork on earth. Like, I mean, he's still badass, and he's very skilled, and he's intelligent, but he's just such a dork.
Right, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. What did you guys think of, like, the overall story?
I feel like it had its ups and downs. Like I expected more hardcore action from it. With a title like TriGun, I expected more solid action, but it's just like it would be action and it would stop or get cut off. Like the idea of the fact that what are they called, plants? Yeah. So the fact that there's something called plants and like they're like weapons, and I think that concept was cool from the time that it came out. During that time, there wasn't like many anime with that same concept.
Right.
And the fact that they're all turned into some like cool gun or cannon,
futuristic gun.
Yeah, it was that concept was dope. I hated what was his twin brother?
Knives.
Yeah, knives.
Yeah.
I hated knives.
He was like
I was
the
like,
exact
kill this
opposite.
dude. Like, kill this dude, Vash. Kill him. He's like, I don't like him.
Oh my god, when he wouldn't. I hate that anime trope where like the really kind-hearted dude just won't kill the most evil bastard ever when there's no reason to let them live and there's no way of them getting redemption, and they almost act as if they're still a friend or they still have value or moral value, and it's like, no, freaking just not gonna give
shit.
Yeah, that really pissed me off, and that's a very relevant for me right now with how Beastars ended. I'm not going to give spoilers, but
because Beastars just ended, right?
It just ended, and I'm a little disappointed in my Wolf Boy for multiple reasons.
Oh no!
if Eric says that, man, it must be bad.
Time for.
I don't hate him. I still love him, but like I'm a bit disappointed. I would have liked to see more character development from him, and just it seems like he kind of got even more soft.
Right.
And I was just like, come on, like I'm thoroughly disappointed. I'm actually going to make a video about my top 3 for the Big Furry 3, my favorite fur boys of this year, and I'm going to kind of take
fur boys.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to. I thought he would be my favorite, but I don't know. After this ending, man, like I got to think more on it.
You're gonna that's why you have that Shiro right back there.
Yeah, it's between him and Haida, so we're gonna see who gets it. But like, yeah, it's gonna be an interesting battle. But Legoshi, I don't know if I'm gonna give it to you, man.
Looking forward to the fur boy video.
Yeah, it's gonna be really good.
Fur boy
gonna be a treat to watch. But
as far as TriGun goes, dude, like I thought, like I always thought these two, like Cowboy Bebop and TriGun, were so comparable, mostly just because they came out in the same time and they were like the same style of like sci-fi. But now, like looking back at it, I feel like everything about Cowboy Bebop is like TriGun done better in a sense. Like the voice acting, just the characters, the side characters. Like I don't hate TriGun, or I don't not like it at all. Like I enjoyed it still, but I just feel like as far as 90s anime go, Cowboy Bebop was a lot better.
Oh yeah, Cowboy Bebop is better. TriGun's a little overrated in my opinion, but it's still good.
Right, like everybody always hyped it up so much, and I was expecting it to be some big, huge show. And like I watched it, and like Noel said, it drags out for a while at points, and then when it's really good, I think it's great.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
Not great. It's
you feel it.
Yeah. What did you guys think? What's his name? Wolf with the guy with the giant cross.
Yeah.
Well, no, that dude was dope.
That dude was awesome. I actually liked him a little more than that.
He was what I wished Bash was.
Right.
Like he was a nice guy, but he still had the aspect of being, if I got to get it done, I'll get it done.
Exactly.
I like the character tropes where they're nice guys, but at the same time, if push comes to shove and shit's really getting serious, they will push it to the edge or make that development to do what they don't want to do but have to do. And not just characters where it's like, even if this person died or this person killed my mother, don't kill them. Like they could still be my friend or be my friend. I'm like, no, what the fuck is that kind of shit? Like,
dude, and that's like what I think gets Vash into the situations he gets into. He's always trying to get around having to kill the bad guy, and it ends up destroying a whole town.
Yeah, and ends up causing more trouble than it's worth, and it's just completely illogical.
Right.
Like I understand being nice and being the good guy, but like there's a point where it's like you're causing more damage for everyone else potentially just by being so nice. It's not that you're just being nice, but you're just being kind of a wuss and being like too nice.
Mm-hmm.
And you need to think more logically and think about the people around you of what you're doing.
Right. Yeah, because like by not killing the bad guy, he's inevitably killing the innocent people of the town in a way.
Yeah, that's exactly the same thing. And there's I'm probably going to because I have 2 videos I'm doing this week. I'm going to do the ending for Beastars, and that's like so relevant to the ending.
Right.
So fucking relevant.
That'd be a good comparison video, yeah.
Very good comparison, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, if I were to rate TriGun, if I were to rate it, I'll give it 7.5. Honestly, 7.5 because it had.
I think it has like an 8.1 on Mal.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
So my rating makes sense.
Yeah.
But because for what it was worth, I expected more from it, and I honestly got left with like an empty stomach.
Mm-hmm.
And the ending was good, but what led to the ending was just it wasn't it. But yeah, so
it has a 7.9.
What did you give it?
It has a 7.9.
Oh, 7.9. Okay. Yeah,
I think I would probably give it around like a 7.5, 7 to 8 around there. I'll give it a 7.9 just like Mal has it, because I loved the ending and like the latter half of the series, but the first 10 episodes, like you said, I found myself dozing off and honestly falling asleep and having to rewatch a lot of it. So overall, I think around a 7.9. Yeah,
like unlike TriGun, like I binged Cowboy Bebop and I binged Devilman Crybaby.
TriGun was a little harder to get through.
I finished Cowboy Bebop on Saturday. No, either Saturday or Sunday, and then I started TriGun on Monday, and I finished it yesterday.
Right.
So that's
was Cowboy Bebop the first one?
Yeah, Cowboy Bebop was the first one. I finished Devilman Crybaby today. I started today. I finished it today.
Yeah, I
It was
finished
only
it
10
today.
episodes, so
I started it last night. Finished it this morning.
Yeah, it's a quick binge.
Yeah, it was definitely enjoyable. Honestly, it was enjoyable.
Dude, it was a trip. That first episode when I was watching, I was like, "What are we in for? Whoa!"
This is not for the faint of eyes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But I enjoyed it overall, and the story, like, I thought was great actually, and it kind of was pretty sad at the end too. Like,
It is, yeah.
Literally, just everybody he knows just gets destroyed.
Yeah, it's very great. It just gets better and better as you go through, because I know so many people who just watch an episode or two and just put it down. And I tell people, I'm like, just go back and just give it a shot, because it gets so much better and the story gets so much more deep, and it's really fantastic. And I like because I read the original manga, and it was
pretty close.
Crybaby was so much better though. I mean, the original manga is a classic, but like, and they're very close to each other. It stays very true to the original story. But
it is okay.
Yeah, Crybaby.
Noel, we lost your camera.
Yeah, I think
Noel. Yeah, no. I don't know what the fuck is happening. Oh, gosh. All right, you guys. Yeah, you guys can keep talking. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
so it's pretty similar to the original manga.
Though? Oh, very, very similar. It's just more of has a modern take on it. But yeah, and Crybaby is a lot more vulgar too, and there's a lot more sexual content and violence in it.
Right. Definitely had some fan service for sure.
Oh yeah, and the original Devilman Crybaby was supposed to be anti-war. Or not original. The original Devilman was supposed to be anti-war, and the ending or the meaning behind Crybaby was supposed to be about love.
Right.
No,
okay, that makes sense. I haven't seen the original. Is there original anime too, or is it just?
They only did like I think a few episodes of the anime, and that's it. But like, and the dub is hilarious. The dub is so bad, it's like hysterically bad. But they never did the whole series, the whole Devilman. But Crybaby did do the whole Devilman series, yeah, and did it much better too. So I just recommend anyone just watch Crybaby. But the manga is still a quick read and good to go back and read too. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it definitely had a unique art style too in the animation, which I actually, when I first picked up this series, like whenever it came out, I don't know, was it 2018 or something? I watched like the first half of the first episode and I just dropped it because I didn't like the animation style. But now that I like kind of got through it and got into it, it really grew on me, and it was super original, which was really cool. Like some of the characters. Akira, I thought it was like a really cool character. I really liked him. Like his style and everything was just so cool.
Speaking on what you said, Connor, about the animation style, I'm not sure if you guys watched Japan Sings 2020.
Watched what?
Japan Sings 2020.
I have not.
I have not, no.
Okay, but it's another Netflix and original series, and it has the same exact art style as Devilman Crybaby. So, but like you said, I also seen the first episode. I seen the whole rave scene before, and I was like, all right, I gotta drop this anime. And I watched it purely for that scene because I seen it on like social media.
Right.
I was like, oh, let me watch this anime. It looks cool. And then I'm like, nah, I'm dropping this.
It was a little over the top at times, but
at first, what was his name?
Akira.
Yeah, he was at the beginning. He was more of a crybaby than Vash, and then he did a.
Yeah, they were kind of similar in a way.
Yeah,
they're both super, humble or want to save people, but I feel like Akira is kind of what I wanted Vash to be more like. I feel like he was more the style of guy that was willing to get it done, but he didn't want to have to kill people.
Yeah,
but he wasn't gonna like go out of his way no matter what to avoid that.
I am curious though, because was his name Rio? Yeah. When he turned into the whole concept is confusing because he looks like an angel, right? But they call him
Lucifer. He's supposed to be Lucifer because Lucifer is a fallen angel.
Yeah, he's the angel.
That makes sense.
Because Lucifer is a fallen angel.
Yeah,
that's why he appears to be an angel, but he went to the dark side.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now that makes sense. I was wondering, like, why is he an angel?
Mm-hmm.
And I also didn't like Rio, man. He's reminding me so much of Knives, and Akira's reminding me so much of that, you know.
Yeah, it was
But
kind of weird because I feel like we didn't really plan that as like I don't know, because Eric recommended that. I don't know if you were thinking about it when you recommended that, but I did kind of draw some comparisons between the main villain and the main protagonist of the two series.
honestly,
Yeah.
Not
and
to draw too many similarities, but overall arcs, I
and
guess.
also the
Yeah.
facial expressions, the face, like when Knives is like, "You shot me."
Yeah,
Excuse me. Rio also makes similar facial expressions. It's like, um, when he realized that big, like, what was that? That big light. What do you call it?
I
What
don't even know.
would you call
Holy
it?
lights, I
Orb,
guess.
sphere.
Yeah,
But
sphere.
yeah, when it appeared on like on his screen, he was like, "No."
Right.
Yeah. So
I
who is
couldn't help but make comparisons as I watched the show, and it's
Right.
like I honestly enjoyed Devilman Crybaby a lot more than I did
Oh,
Try.
I did too.
Oh yeah, this is
Okay,
great.
okay. At
Who is
least
your
I'm not alone. I don't
yeah,
want to make the OGs angry.
nah, you don't make me. I have a Devilman Crybaby poster in the background
Oh,
right
I
now.
Oh,
see
yeah,
it.
there it
I
is.
see it.
Yeah, it's right next to my Beastars one. But who is your favorite character in Devilman Crybaby? Mine was actually Rio, just because he was in my opinion, one of the most perfect villains. Like he was such a piece of shit. Like there is no villain quite like him. Like he was secretive about it to an extent, but he was still like really bad at the same time. And I just thought he was a fantastic villain.
Hmm.
I liked Rio a lot for what he was because he kind of like he did a really good job of making you not want to like him, but at the same time, that's why I liked him.
Yeah, same here.
Right, but my favorite character was Akira. I thought he was just so
Yeah, Akira and Rio are my favorites.
right. The transformation of him being just kind of like a wimp crybaby to now like still being a sensitive crybaby but being badass was kind of cool.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
I have to go with Connor here because I wanted to say as much as I wanted to say I was gonna say the little brother, but because he was a cool character, like um and he was always curious, and I kind of like I liked him. I liked him for the curiosity he had. He's like a little
Right.
curious George.
Yeah.
but but I think I liked him because of the relationship he had with Akira, you know. And I feel like the whole the anime in itself was like I enjoyed it throughout the whole show. Even the ending. The ending was sad, man. Like because I
Yeah.
honestly I shipped Akira and what was her name?
Miki.
Miki?
Yeah.
Miki's the one that didn't turn into a demon.
Yeah.
And then there's the one that sounds like Miko or Miki as well.
Oh my gosh, her death was that was like the saddest part of the whole anime. There's actually a really good AMV called Why Do You Cry? That's just the title of it. And it's like a minute and a half. Is a really good acoustic song of Miki's death or the scenes leading up to Miki's death.
Right. Now, I got like a text message when she died, and I remember looking up and seeing her head like on the spike. Do you actually see her die, or is it kind of like off screen?
It's off. Well, you see her get stabbed. She gets stabbed, and then she gets. You don't see her get decapitated.
Okay, I was gonna say, yeah, I saw her get stabbed, and I looked away for a second, and then she was on like a spike. I was like, what the no?
What made it so much more tragic is what was the rapper dude?
I don't remember his name, but
but you see him in a van. You think he came to rescue her, but his body just gets dumped right in front of her.
Right.
Like that was like, oh no, because I really liked him too.
Yeah. And didn't one of the rappers like betray them or something?
I don't remember.
Are you talking about the dude that tried to like pull Miko? Like he tried to get with Miko? Because
maybe
he wasn't with them.
I think he had like dreadlocks, I think, if I remember correctly.
Oh, that was I think the gay dude, or like the gay dude betrayed them. The part of the track. He betrayed everyone at the end and decided to become one of the demons.
Okay, yeah, that guy,
I remember that. Yeah. But yeah, the concept.
I wanted more of the series, honestly.
Yeah, honestly, I
know,
did too.
I wanted more. It was so good, but that's like all that manga. There's some spinoffs that aren't as good of it. The Devil Lady or whatever, another spinoffs of it, but none were quite as good as the original. And I don't know if they could ever really readapt that or make it into what they did with Crybaby. I just don't think it would even be possible to make it just like Crybaby.
Right.
But yeah, no, a lot of people just sat on this anime, or just so many people I know were like, oh, I watched like 1 or 2 episodes and I just couldn't get into it. I don't like it. And I'm like, you have to give it a shot. Because when I first started watching it, my friend was on shrooms and was like, after like an episode or 2, she was just like, yeah, I can't watch this.
I can't handle this. It's not even a matter of watching it.
Like, wait, please turn this off. And it gave me kind of like iffy vibes about it. And then like months later, I'm like, I'm just going to go back and finish.
Right.
I was just blown away. I was like, wow, I was not expecting it to be this good.
Right. I can totally agree with that. Like, I can imagine being messed up watching that and just like going crazy, dude.
Yeah, that's like not the thing you want to watch on shrooms.
Right.
Like BNA, like watch like BNA or something. Like my friend watched that on acid and fucking it.
Yeah, because I think BNA honestly kind of had a similar animation style.
Oh yeah.
But it just wasn't as trippy.
Yeah, or as violent and just fucked up.
Right. Right.
You know,
what did you think of or did you have something else to say?
You know, it's like I don't understand why I feel like the first episode wasn't necessary. Like it was like it's like they thought of a way to go, right? But then switched as they went on.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like it's a whole different like I feel like it was different anime from the first episode to the rest.
I kind of agree with that because the first few episodes aren't near, and that's very rare of animes. It's usually the first few episodes are the best, and then it just goes downhill from there. But like Devilman Crybaby just kept going up. Like when you got to like episode 5, 6, 7, and 8, it just kept like going up and getting better and better. And it kind of started off not as good and then getting really good.
Okay.
Yeah, I think looking back at it, like the first episode was a little over the top, but I also kind of feel like it was needed in a sense because it really portrayed how they were just like on these drugs. They could go to this club and everybody's on these drugs, and then they like make it kind of show how crazy the devils or the demons are. And
I
feel like it's kind of a rude awakening into like how ruthless the world of Devilman Crybaby is.
It was a good introduction, and that's where most people I know stopped watching it. Like, they're like, that's an anime with that sex rave. They're like, I couldn't watch it after that, and I'm like, you have to muscle through it.
Right. Yeah, because it's not like that is obviously the entirety of the series like that, but I feel like that just really they show you how far they're gonna go because come to the end of the season, it just gets so fucked up with like people dying and literally the world just falls apart. So in a way, it's kind of like foreshadowing the potential destruction. But I liked it. I think I give Devilman Crybaby. I'd give it like an 8.5.
Yeah, I give it a 9.
Yeah,
that was my score for it. It was one of my favorite animes. I think it was of 2018.
It's great.
Okay.
What do you think, Noel?
Yeah, I give it 8.5. I give it 8.5 too. It was purely enjoyable. I enjoyed it. I feel like I can't say what they could have improved on, because
it was so short.
Yeah.
I would say it's probably one of my favorite tragedy animes. Like this anime was just an absolute tragedy.
Right.
Like in a Shakespearean sense, like this was just a complete tragedy done so well.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I definitely
feel bad for Akira. But
I wonder if they'll readapt it again in another 10 to 20 years.
I hope not, because if they try to, they're gonna pull some berserk shit, and I don't want to see that.
Yeah. I really like the voice actors too on it. Akira's voice, he also did the voice for Tadano on Agretzko, the blue donkey.
Okay. Did you watch it in dub or sub?
I watched dubbed and sub.
Okay, I watched the dub version.
I watched
the dub version. Yeah, that's Akira.
Yeah.
The one is subbed or dubbed?
And dubbed, the dub voice. You probably watched Crybaby. I watched Crybaby dubbed and subbed, but yeah, the dubbed actor does the voice for Tadano on Agretzko too.
Okay.
As Akira.
Of course, following American dubs, Bryce Papenbrook, I think, was in this one too. I think he did the voice of the devil man that betrays them.
Oh, the runner?
Yeah, I think so. I'm gonna look it up right now just to confirm it, but Every time I hear his voice now, I'm like, there he is. I knew it was coming somewhere.
There he is. You can't get away from Connor. He's not get away.
I know. And it's not that I don't like him. It's just that, like, I feel like he doesn't have a lot of versatility. He just kind of does the same voice every time.
Yeah.
Definitely. I feel like that's the case with a lot of American voice actors.
Right.
Because
some
like,
of them are really good though. Like,
yeah.
There he is, Bryce Backenbrook. I knew it. But like Steve Bloom, amazing.
Oh yeah, Steve Bloom always.
Yeah, I didn't know he did Mugen as well as Spike.
Yeah, it is Mugen.
Yeah, and so I'm watching because I'm doing the second series that me and my buddy are doing that I did with the Bebop review last time. We're doing Shampoo next. So
Shampoo, getting him started on some good ones.
Yeah,
Shampoo. I watched Samurai Shampoo.
Yeah, I did Bebop first. We're doing Shampoo second, and I think we're gonna do Death Note third. I haven't really decided on the third one, but I feel like I wanted something more psychological because that's like a big anime trope, you know. It's
that's definitely
thrillers, and Death Note is kind of like the epitome of that.
Oh, definitely.
So, see how that goes. But now that we talked about Bebop, what did you think of that, Noel?
It was
Off the Bebop cherry.
It was in its own way trippy.
Yeah.
Because there was a lot of scenes I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Oh yeah.
But that anime was purely enjoying. I enjoyed it to the point where I can binge it for 2 days straight. You know,
right.
I can't do that with a lot of anime anymore.
Now, what did you expect going into it? Did you expect it to be like some overarching long story, or did you expect it to be kind of like each episode is its own standalone story?
In a way, I felt like it was going to be a standalone story in each episode,
right?
Which it kind of done, but in the end, it came all together,
right?
And it ended, I would say, amazingly.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, yeah, I can't say anything bad about Cowboy Bebop. The intro, is
fire, absolutely.
It sticks with you, and then the voice actors of Spike Spiegel is also he's also absolutely amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
And I was looking, I enjoyed it so much. I was looking up Cowboy Bebop figures after I finished it.
Dude, there's like none. They are so expensive.
Oh yeah.
This is one on Amazon. They have like a full body Spike Spiegel figure on Amazon. It's like $4,000. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, dude. Cowboy Bebop merch and figures are so expensive.
That's why, when I do go to Japan, I'm going to be looking for some figures.
Yeah, you got to go to Akihabara.
Yeah, man, I have to. But
speaking of music,
I want to say that for the end of
it. Music, I'll say that's the thing I liked most about TriGun is the intro and the credit songs were fire. I thought.
I kind of got annoyed by the opening of TriGun. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's just like I had to the point where I had to skip it.
Oh, I skipped it too for the most part. I didn't watch it every episode. Okay. But I just thought it was.
Yeah, it doesn't have like that intro that just must not be skipped, like the Hunter x Hunter intro or the Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, Cowboy Bebop I cannot skip. I was like,
yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Like Cowboy Bebop's opening is really a bop. Like it puts the bop in bebop.
Oh yeah,
it does. Yeah.
One Kanade.
But yeah, man, I can't say anything bad about Cowboy Bebop. I can't compare it to anything. I can't compare anything to it.
Right. That's what he wanted. What Watanabe wanted to do. He says it in like the little credits in the episode is that he wanted to create his own style of a series, basically. Like he wanted to create his own genre, which in a sense it kind of did. I mean,
it did, yeah.
There's been a lot of animes I think that have tried to do the same thing since, and I don't think any of them have really gotten super close. But
I'd say it's definitely one of my favorite sci-fi animes and one of the most influential. It has a huge thing in the sci-fi community for being one of the most influential sci-fi animes. Same with Ghost in the Shell for the 90s.
Right.
Really influenced the sci-fi world.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Yeah, I what was it? But saw that they're doing or potentially doing a live action Cowboy Bebop. And unfortunately, no, they're not doing Keanu Reeves as Spike Spiegel. They're doing the the Asian dude from Harold and Kumar go to White Castle.
Wait, really?
No,
Yeah.
I do.
How could he be Spike?
He broke his leg though, so they canceled or they are postponing it.
I don't. That is not a person to play. Like Keanu Reeves, yeah, it could be Spike.
Yeah, Keanu Reeves would be. He's so outspoken about wanting to do it too because it's his favorite anime of all time.
Is it really? Wow.
Yeah, I've seen interviews talking about it. I think it's just like they consider him too old now to do it. But I mean, like, come on.
How long ago did Harold and Kumar come out for him to be still young? That's what I'm trying.
I don't know. That's got to be early 2000s.
Yeah, he has to be at least like 35, 40 at this point.
Like 30s or 40s, and like he doesn't look like Spike.
He doesn't.
Yeah, he doesn't even look like Spike. Doesn't even look Asian in any way.
No, he doesn't at all. And Keanu Reeves is perfect. Well, Keanu Reeves is mixed. He's like 25% Asian, but even then, like his look, he has that badass like demeanor, and I want to see Keanu Reeves have that kind of badass attitude that Spike has, and I can see Keanu Reeves is a fantastic actor, so I feel like he's already has that character like locked in his head.
Right, yeah. Keanu Reeves will be absolutely perfect. Now, I say don't postpone it, waiting for his leg to heal. I say recast Keanu Reeves, film it now. But it's not going to be like a movie. I thought it was going to be like a movie that are going to condense it, but they're actually doing it's going to be like a live action series.
Really?
Yeah.
That's going to be a lot of work. And I don't think Keanu Reeves can do a whole series, but I feel like he's too popular to do a series in a way.
But like the thing is, he loves Bebop and he wants to. Like he wanted to originally produce it himself because there was no hype for it. But now that like I don't know what started the hype, maybe quarantine, everybody going back and watching Bebop, but dude, I don't know, it'd be sick. A full series would be really cool if they tried to like literally adapt every single episode.
Ah, man. Yeah, like, what would you guys give Cowboy Bebop? Would you guys give it a 10?
I give it a 10.
You give it a 10?
I would give it a 9.5 or 9.3, only for the fact that there's a few episodes that aren't that good. There's like 3, 4 that just,
yeah, it's pretty dragged out.
Yeah, there are definitely some episodes that I think weren't as hyped for me or weren't as like impactful, but like I still enjoyed them in the sense of it was just kind of like so unique still.
Yeah.
Like, for me, I just feel like Cowboy Bebop is what a 10 is in my opinion. Yeah, or maybe a 9.9.
I'll have to give it a 10 just for the fact that I can't compare it to anything else.
Right.
And the fact that it's its own genre of anime.
Yeah. Like, the only reason I'd hesitate and give it like a 9.9 is just because like maybe I'll see something, but one day it's like, oh my god, no, that is the apex.
But I feel like all anime, I don't think there will ever be a anime that would be a perfect 10 because everything has its flaws. There's nothing perfect.
Really, I've almost never given anything a 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, I give things 10 on the aspect of how I enjoy the anime and how I see the anime. If I purely enjoy it and I say, yo, I don't see anything wrong with this. But I mean, I feel like we all have that kind of thing where like we enjoy anime so well that at the end we don't say anything bad about it. But if we rewatch it again, we won't have that same connection to the anime and we'll be like, oh, what am I watching? But
I lied. I gave it a 9.5 on my
oh man, Connor, what are you doing over there?
I just checked to double check. I gave it a 9.5.
I would have to do this. I might put it a 10 on mine. I can finally put Cowboy Bebop on my anime list, man. I'm so proud of myself.
But I feel like Bebop is one of those things where it does have like, you know, you're saying about rewatchability. Like I feel like you go back and rewatch Bebop and there's always going to be something that you're like, oh shit, I didn't pick up on that before, or like that connection or that character doing this.
Yeah, that's why I'm happy with the connection I have with it now. I don't want to go back and analyze everything that I've already thought about.
Right. Is there any other anime you guys would consider close to a 10? A 10? Out of 10? Yeah.
Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. That anime. Full Metal Alchemist.
Full Alchemist Brotherhood.
Yeah, because that anime that is up there. Like I watched it like 3 times and I still love it as
You
much
might
as I
hate
do.
me for saying this, but
What?
I've only seen the original Full Metal
Oh,
Alchemist.
no.
Not Brotherhood.
I've never seen Brotherhood.
All right, man. That's your homework for this week.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
also a
I've heard it's
necessity.
that much better.
And
It is.
it is so much better, man. Like the emotion put into it, the voice actors in there, like everything. I've watched it dubbed and subbed, and I loved them both.
It is rated higher than the Cowboy Bebop on my anime
Is it
list.
really?
Oh
Yeah.
damn.
I
I
did not
would-
know that.
I think, let me double check. My Cowboy Bebop's at 8.6 on Mao, and Full Metal
I rated it
Alchemist.
8. Hold on, I gotta find who did
I
that.
think Full Metal
Full Metal
Alchemist.
Alchemist. I would probably rate it like an 8.8.
Really?
Yeah, that'd be my score. I have the mangas back there. I love Full Metal Alchemist, and I showed one of my friends, like close friends on Discord. I've been talking to her for a while, but I showed her Full Metal Alchemist. I showed her a few other animes, and she had so many criticisms of it, and I'm like, damn. Like some of them I didn't agree with, the other ones I'm like, yeah, she's very opinionated about it. And I showed her Full Metal Alchemist. I showed her Hunter x Hunter. Showed her Beastars, and she's like, yeah, I like those other two animes way freaking more than Full Metal Alchemist. And I'm like, damn, I've never seen this much salt just thrown at it. I mean, some of them were pretty good arguments, but I was like, yeah, she was like, nah, Hunter x Hunter, Beastars, like, I like that way more than Full Metal.
I agree with that.
Full Metal Alchemist Brother has a 9.22.
Yeah, 9.2.
It is ranked number 1 in all of anime
Damn.
On Mao. It has a 9.1 on IMDb too, and that's pretty big because that's not even just anime hardcore weebs.
1.2 million users has rated it, and it has an S. I'm so proud.
Yeah, I did a poll on my Instagram to see which anime I should watch with my wife for the first anime, and the one that got the most votes was Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
You have to, Connor. You have for me. You have. I've watched 3 anime. That's what you have to.
I want to watch that, and because I want to do a video with her too, like a wife reveal, But I just was surprised that everybody voted for that for like a first.
I have 3 Full Metal Alchemist figures. I have a Roy Mustang figure that's like this big, and then I have a Ed and Elric pop figure. I want to get rid of my pop figures, man. They're annoying me now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They take up too much space.
Yeah, man. But full like actual anime figures are so damn expensive. Like good ones are so damn expensive.
Oh yeah, they are.
That's why I can't
only
wait to
have
go
like
to
cheap
Japan.
$25 ones.
Who is your favorite character in Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood?
Roy.
Yeah,
Roy.
I would say Sir Wolf J. Kimberly was my favorite.
That's
that's
Wrath, right?
No, Kimberly, the guy who touches things and makes him explode.
Oh, okay.
The guy with the ponytail, he's my favorite. I want to get his hand symbols tattooed on the palm of my hands at some point.
That'd be pretty badass. Yeah. I have never seen Brotherhood, but in the original, I really liked who's the jacked dude, like Armstrong.
Oh, yeah, Armstrong. Yeah,
Armstrong. Yeah.
I kind of liked him. I don't know why. He was just a Chad.
His sister's so much better.
His sister, Olivia.
He makes him look like such a damn wuss. Like she bitches him like. But the reason why I like Roy, and I don't think this happens in the because I haven't watched the classic FMA, but what Roy does, man, to envy and lust, dang, Roy has no chill at all.
I liked Roy a lot in the original one as well.
Like, he's in. What would you guys say? Because I feel like there's so much to talk about when it comes to Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh yeah, there is. Yeah, definitely.
Like the deaths that happen in Full Metal Alchemist. Nina. What happens to Nina, which is I'm not sure if it was as sad as it was in FMA and Brotherhood as it was in the original.
I don't even know because it's not even the same. Like I know that the original like goes off from the canon storyline. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Brotherhood's supposed to follow because I think the original like they finished before the manga was finished, so they just started going off in their own side story, whereas Brotherhood was, I think, the full manga.
Yeah, full manga.
Yeah. So that's gonna be your homework this week, Connor. I hope you're happy.
Was there a lot?
There
like 50.
Yeah, like 50 episodes, I think.
Ooh.
I think that's the equivalent of what I watched this week. Like,
yeah.
I think I watched more than 50 episodes this week. I got a 2-hour limit, right? Like myself.
Yeah, you watched 50 alone, or 52 between TriGun
52 with Cowboy and
so
I
you
watched
watched
62
62.
episodes this week.
Damn, you could have watched a whole part of JoJo's or more from that.
Yeah, you could have finished. You could have caught up to through the first arc, half of the first arc of One Piece.
I'm not doing that because I have to reserve time for that.
No, you can't watch One Piece for a podcast. You have to watch One Piece for yourself.
Yeah.
You have to watch it on your own time.
My own.
Definitely.
Because that's going to take you probably a couple months at least.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Catch up to current. Maybe a year.
People have told me to just read the manga and don't even bother with the anime.
I haven't read them. I own 3 volumes of the manga. So
people say it's faster. Like everything is a lot faster in the manga than
less filler.
Yeah,
less filler. Yeah, there's a lot of filler in the anime.
Yeah, I've watched the anime and read the manga. Like I've done almost half and half, even though I'm not like I'm still on like the beginning of Wano. I haven't gotten like so far.
Oh, dude, Wano's so good. You gotta start catching up.
I need to start catching up on Wano.
Wano is sick. Like, dude, everything I've wanted to see is finally coming together. Like all these people that you're always like, oh, what if this guy fought this guy?
Yeah.
And, like everybody's just ending up in the same place.
You need to talk to Johnny about that. He's read the entire manga all the way through.
Really?
Yeah, from the beginning to the end to the current chapter.
Well, is the manga's a little bit ahead of the anime, right?
Yes, it is.
Right, because I know that like this anime is like constantly coming out with episodes every week, and they take a little bit of a break here and there, but it's pretty. I think it's pretty close. Like the manga.
Oh, it's very close. Yeah, especially the newer episodes.
Yeah,
I really don't understand how One Piece is so popular because in Japan it's like absolutely irrelevant. Like nobody talks about One Piece in Japan.
I mean, they have a lot of One Piece stuff there. They have like One Piece restaurants, One Piece theme park rides. Like it's pretty popular there still, but like in America, I think it's more popular.
Yeah,
right.
And it's like because Japan, like they focus on like the slice of life. Like they even I think Durarara is more popular than One Piece in Japan.
Really?
Yeah, because
I'd have to look into that. That's.
I know that One Piece is until Demon Slayer started coming out. One Piece had been like the #1 selling manga every month for like 20 years.
Yeah, manga.
But worldwide?
Worldwide, yeah.
Well, yeah, worldwide. I mean, like directly in Japan, because
yeah, I'm not sure about Japan individually, but it's weird to see like One Piece be so dominant for like 20 years, like 2 decades, and then Demon Slayer comes out. As soon as the anime comes out, it takes over in like a year.
I mean, I feel like it makes sense though when you think about it because it's more current. And for example, Dragon Ball Z is absolutely irrelevant in Japan. Like nobody talks about Dragon Ball Z in Japan. Right. Like, oh, you still watch that? Oh, you old dude.
They talk a lot of crap about it in Japan. Yeah, or if you watch Gintama, Gintama throws mad shade at Dragon Ball Z.
Right.
It's like
I never watched Gintama either.
Oh, you need to start watching Gintama. Is hilarious, but there is a lot of filler. But the serious arcs are fantastic. But my issue with it is there's not enough serious arcs or episodes because those are the best. I mean, the filler's funny. It's almost like the South Park of anime, but it's when it gets to serious episodes, it's just so good. And then it's like back to like goofing around. I'm like, fuck.
Right. There's like 500 episodes or something, right?
It's got like 400. It has a lot. Like I think it's like 300 something. It ended, but like, yeah, it has a lot.
It's so hard for me to get into another big series like that now. Like my days of binging until 3 a.m. are kind of over.
Can't do that anymore.
I can't do it. I want to, but I can't handle it.
Let's see. So yeah, I was talking to Eric about this before we started the podcast, and basically I'm trying to start up a series where basically I talk about anime that, like, let's say I make a list, like I'm in front of the camera, right, and talking and explaining why, like what anime you wouldn't want to be in, like saying you as in a general sense,
right,
that you wouldn't want to be in, and why you wouldn't want to be in it. For example, like Attack on Titan, and you wouldn't want to be in it because you would be actually ripped to shreds.
Right.
Yeah, Attack on Titan would be a terrible thing to be in.
Right, that would probably be That or Berserk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
Berserk. Yeah, fuck
Berserk,
that.
what's like Berserk, you just get fucked up by anything for no reason.
Baki get flicked up for absolutely
Baki too. That's a
Baki,
bad
yeah.
movie.
Unless you're
the list goes
part of
on,
the
man.
Hanma family.
The list goes on. And
Or depending on what character you're in, like let's just say like My Hero, you're in My Hero, but you don't have a quirk.
Right.
yo, that would
You're just a
suck. Like
shop
you,
owner. Yeah.
because like you know how many not characters, you know how many people in My Hero have just terrible quirks that are useless, but they
Are
don't
you
talk about.
like you're not something cool? Or let's say like you
Yeah.
were, yeah, or let's say you were like Beastars, but you're like some lame little herbivore who can't do anything. You know, you're not like a badass wolf or anything. Like that would suck.
Deku pre one for all. Is it awful and awful? Is it awful? No, it's one for all.
All for one is that's the bad guy.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, Deku pre one for all.
Mm-hmm.
So
That
that the man had no quirk. Imagine.
Yeah.
Nah.
So yeah, so like and yes, I feel like that would be a fun thing to. I want to kind of like deter from the route I'm going now because I'm not really doing as good as I want to.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why I'm also excited to go to Japan because I can also test what I really want to do, like what I'm hoping to do, which is like vlog in Japan and et cetera, et cetera. So like that's like
that'd be
hopefully
cool.
I'm I'm in an experimental phase right now. Like I'm trying to throw some droplets in new puddles of water to see what really.
That's kind of what I'm doing too right now. Is like I've kind of adapted to more just series recommendation videos, like because I've been watching instead of like I don't know. I guess I've been kind of binging series too, like Jujutsu Kaisen and Hell's Paradise, where I've like started doing weekly reviews of those. But I also started like random series that I just read like a little bit into, and I want to do like what I think of it. Basically, like I have a Chainsaw Man video coming out where I'm doing like just like a recommendation of what I think.
Okay.
And another one I started reading, Phantom Steer, which is kind of cool as well.
Oh yeah. I was trying to do some more VN read throughs, or I was going to do one of Kemiya and try to read through that and give my own commentary. And they're going to be like lengthy videos.
Right. I think yours are cool too because you kind of like do your voices while you're reading it. It's kind of unique, which is nice.
Yeah, I want to do something voiceovers and stuff, and just like kind of try to be the characters in that story. And if I do one, especially with Kemiya, I think those VNs, I'm probably going to do like an hour and like 15 minutes of reading and just doing that since it's like an interactive novel.
Right. That'd be cool. Did you start Hell's Paradise? I saw that picture.
I did. Yeah, I did. I started it like literally like 30 minutes before this podcast.
Right. I'm interested to see what you think after you get a little bit into it. The beginning is a little not slow, but it takes a little bit to really get to what the actual story is because there's doing so much backstory and whatnot. But
you just reminded me. Did you start Jujutsu Kaisen, Eric? Or
I started the anime. Yeah.
You watched the anime?
Yeah, I read part of the manga, and I started the anime. And pretty freaking good though. I really liked that first episode.
I haven't watched the anime yet. I just caught up current to the manga.
Okay. Yeah, I have
to go back once the season's done and watch the anime.
Yeah, the anime is really good. Even from like the first part of reading the manga, I was like, yeah, the anime adaptation is very good.
Right. Studio Mappa.
I have to read the manga, man. I gotta read the manga. That's one thing I have to commit to because I wanted to start this week, but I was like, no, we're doing this after we finish all these anime.
Right. Yeah. No, the manga is really, really good. And I think this first season's going to end, and it probably won't be till the second or third season until you get to the point of the manga where it's like sick. But dude, where the manga's at right now is like, fuck. I don't know what's going to happen. It's so badass. Literally just giant wars.
Okay. So you're gonna watch. So what anime are we recommending to each other for this week? Because I think you should watch FMA Brotherhood, Connor.
Sure. Well, that one might take me a little bit longer to do, just because I'm doing a video on it watching it with my wife as well. So I'm not since I have to watch it with her. I'm not sure if we'll be able to finish it all in 1 week since she works 9 to 5 every day.
That will be hard.
But I am planning on finish that, if not for the next week, then the week after.
Okay. Trying to think. Is that enough for you, or you want something else to nibble on?
We could talk about Jujutsu Kaisen next.
Okay.
Anime so far. That would be
start reading it.
Cool. Yeah.
All right. I can
So,
definitely.
Not sure. Maybe if there's like an anime movie or something you guys have.
Anime what?
Movie.
Any animated movies or something?
Oh, anime movies. If you guys can find like Weathering with You anywhere, like on the internet, that would be cool because that anime
Is
is.
it on Netflix? I feel like I might have seen
It's relatively new. It came out last year. It came out on theaters, so you gotta.
Let's see. Weathering with You. That's not how you spell that.
It's a good movie. The animations are A1. And you might have to go on some pirated website.
Yeah, I'm not. It seems like it's still like rented everywhere.
Yeah. It's absolutely it's good. It's amazing though.
Okay.
We could watch Mob. We could do Mob Psycho. I don't know. I think there's episodes of that. I started that one.
Psycho.
That would
How
be a
long
good
is it?
one. That
2
series
seasons?
is sick. There's 2 seasons of that.
How many episodes in the season?
I think it's only like 12
Okay.
per season.
Okay, I could probably
it might be a little longer. I'm not positive. Don't quote me on that, but it's on Funimation.
Yeah. Okay.
But that one's really good and really, really relevant because the new season people loved.
Okay. Yeah,
it won some Crunchyroll award. I can't remember which one it was.
I think I saw it on Netflix before.
Yeah, it's really good.
I'm not sure if it might be on Netflix. I know for a fact it's on Funimation
and Crunchyroll.
Okay,
I'll watch it on Crunchyroll then. Okay.
Yeah.
So, did we say everything that we?
Yeah, I think so.
That's good for me.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, guys. Well, this is Just Some Weebs, episode 11. Stay tuned next week for Mob Psycho. Probably just the first season, maybe the second season if you guys get through it. I've seen both already, so
okay.
See what you guys get up to, and potentially Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. But we'll stay tuned for that. So for now, guys, have a good night.